Hey, I'm Jamie East, and today's episode of The Smart 7 is sponsored by Vodafone Business in partnership with Samsung. If you're running a business, any kind of business, you're probably spending some time thinking about AI, what to do, how much to use it, and how to even get started. The answer could be in your pocket. The new Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, powered by Vodafone Business's reliable, award-winning network, will help you unleash your productivity through brilliant built-in Galaxy AI. For example, Note Assist will automatically correct, fix the spelling, formatting and organise your meeting notes so you can stay tuned into the session without any worry. This week saw a surprising new fan of AI as Abbas Bjornulveus revealed at South by Southwest in London that he's been using AI to help generate new material, although he warned it's really bad at lyrics. Mamma mia. Getting back to the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, to take advantage of all the features and change the way you do business, you'll need a Samsung account and a network connection. To find out more, search Vodafone Business Samsung, and for network verification, go to vodafone.co.uk/network. On today's Smart 7, Trump escalates tensions in LA, Israeli Navy intercepts Greta Thunberg, and much more. It's Monday 9th of June, it's National Meal Prep Day, and happy birthday, Natalie Portman.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
This Wednesday will see Chancellor Rachel Reeves introduce the spending review in the Commons, which will lay out a detailed budget for capital spending across a range of departments, including the NHS and education. Negotiations appear to have gone on across the weekend, with Yvette Cooper and Angela Rayner both making cases for more spend on policing and housing respectively. There is huge pressure on the Chancellor because of a commitment not to raise taxes and a demand for higher spending on defence. But Technology Secretary Peter Kyle says it's not just about pounds and pence.
Money is part of how we change our country for the better. And reform, modernisation, using technology, doing things in the way that people would expect our public services to be doing in the 2020s is the other part.
Reform were back in the headlines as former chairman Nia Yusuf returned to the party over the weekend despite a high-profile resignation on Thursday. He's taking up a new role and putting the dispute over a burqa ban behind him. Tory leader Kemi Badenoch was asked on Sunday how she feels about claims that Labour are more concerned about reform as the opposition than her party.
I laugh when they say that because I know it's nonsense. They would love to have reform as the main challenger. They would love that. Reform is another left-wing party. They're arguing for the same things. They would love to have a political fight like that. I don't pay any attention to what they say. I pay attention to what they do.
Donald Trump's border czar, Tom Homan, brought his ICE units to Los Angeles on Friday and triggered a weekend of protest and unrest. Trump pledged to deport 20 million people when he became president, and he's been cranking up the pressure with raids and deportations. Immigration raids in California are unpopular and criticised by both Mayor of LA, Karen Bass, and Governor Gavin Newsom. But while there had been protests, the situation remained under control. Regardless, Donald Trump ordered the National Guard into LA, and troops arrived on Sunday afternoon in what was seen as a major escalation.
Well, we're going to have troops everywhere. We're not going to let this happen to our country. We're not going to let our country be torn apart like it was under Biden.
Sunday night saw more trouble, including protesters aiming fireworks at police, and 10 people were arrested. California Governor Newsom says they will challenge Trump's National Guard deployment in court and that the escalation has been calculated.
This is about authoritarian tendencies. This is about command and control. This is about power. This is about ego. My way or the highway. This is a consistent pattern of practice. It is a serious moment under the guise of immigration, but it's much deeper than that.
Russia continued to launch wave after wave of drone and missile attacks at Ukraine's cities over the weekend in what it said was retaliation for the Ukrainian attacks on military aircraft codenamed Operation Spiderweb. The cities of Kherson and Kharkiv were both hit on Saturday, with the mayor of Kharkiv saying missiles, glide bombs and almost 50 drones had been launched. The attacks left at least 4 people dead and more than 60 injured, and the scale of the attacks and range of targets is clearly stretching Ukraine's air defences. In an interview with US TV on Sunday, Ukrainian President Zelensky says the US has reneged on a crucial shipment of ammunition for air defense systems.
20,000 missiles, anti-Shahid missiles. So we counted on these 20,000 missiles. Today in the morning, my Minister of Defense told me that the United States moved it to the Middle East.
Sunday morning saw more chaos at the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation's aid centres as hungry Palestinians queued for food and supplies. Once again, the IDF opened fire on civilians, this time killing at least 4 people and injuring dozens more. More than 100 people have been killed in the past week as the Israeli-backed aid plan has struggled to cope with demand. Greta Thunberg's attempt to bring aid to Gaza was stopped on Sunday night by the Israeli Navy, and she and her fellow protesters will be deported. Meanwhile, as Israel continues to strike what it says are Hamas command and control centres around hospitals, British surgeon Dr. Victoria Rose, who has been working in those hospitals, says that doesn't match her experience.
I've never treated or seen anyone in military uniform or with a weapon. The only people I've ever seen in Gaza with military uniforms and weapons are the IDF.
Still to come on today's Smart 7, in association with Metro, why Arnold Schwarzenegger is a proud dad and an epic battle at the French Open. Right after this. Hey, it's Jamie East here, and today's episode of the Smart 7 is sponsored by Vodafone Business in partnership with Samsung. When you're running your own business, pretty much anywhere can be your office. The spare room, the back garden, or, even the local cafe. And with the power of Vodafone Business's reliable award-winning network, combined with the new Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, there's no limit to what you can do pretty much anywhere. For example, if you're working and caffeinating at the same time, the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra will allow you to seamlessly complete actions across a whole range of apps to find relevant information and send it where it needs to go. It can even summarise YouTube videos for you and save it to Samsung Text Notes. That's the power of AI in your pocket. This week saw a surprising new fan of AI as Abbas Bjornolveus revealed at South by Southwest in London that he's been using AI to help generate new material, although he warned it's really bad at lyrics. Mamma mia. And getting back to Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, to take advantage of all the features and change the way you do business, you'll need a Samsung account and a network connection. And if you're using the seamless action across apps, it's compatible with selected languages only. You'll also need a Google account login, and the availability of search functions may vary by country, language and device. To find out more, search Vodafone Business Samsung, and for network verification, go to vodafone.co.uk/network. Welcome back. This weekend saw the action wrap up at Roland Garros as the French Open crowned its king and queen. Saturday saw America's Coco Gauff upset the odds, winning her second major with victory over Aryna Sabalenka, who didn't take the loss well. Sunday saw Jannik Sinner face off against Carlos Alcaraz, with Sinner taking an early 2-set lead, but Alcaraz battling back into what turned out to be the longest match ever at Roland Garros. Alcaraz triumphed, retaining his title and picking up his 5th Grand Slam at just 22 years of age, and he was generous in his praise for rival Sinner.
Honestly, I know how hard you're chasing this tournament or every tournament. I'm pretty sure you're gonna be champion, not once but many times. It's a privilege to share the court with you.
Arnold Schwarzenegger has had a few jobs in his lifetime, from weightlifter and bodybuilder to actor, governor of California, and now environmental campaigner. This week saw him hosting the annual Austrian World Summit, which is organised by his climate initiative. He made headlines for telling environmentalists to stop whining about Donald Trump and get on with the important business of tackling climate change. He also found time to sit with the BBC and discuss one of his other key roles, being a proud dad to White Lotus star Patrick Schwarzenegger.
It was really so amazing to watch his performance because I almost didn't recognize him.
Really?
So, I mean, there's certain kind of things that he does that I'm aware of because, you know, he's my son. But then there were so many things that I've never seen before.
There's a new movie on the way based on the real-life story of the 2018 California Camp Fire. It's produced by Jamie Lee Curtis, and it follows the efforts by a bus driver to rescue more than 20 kids who were trapped at their high school in the town of Paradise as the fire got closer. It's directed by Paul Greengrass, who brought us the Bourne Identity movies, and he also co-wrote the script. Matthew McConaughey stars as the bus driver who risks it all to save the kids alongside America Ferrera, and it's due to hit Apple TV Plus this autumn.
It's another dry and windy day in Paradise.
Face to all drivers. There's a situation developing at Ponderosa Elementary. There are 23 kids who are stranded. Is there anybody that can go and pick these kids up?
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes, we'll give you the world.
The new McCrispy Strip is here. Dip approved by ketchup, tangy barbecue, honey mustard, Sprite, McFlurry, Big Mac sauce, double dipped in buffalo and ranch, more ranch, and creamy chili McCrispy Strip Dip. Now at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.